Let's go. I'm better than ever, they never been better than I. Regarded the hardest and I ain't even reaching my prime. They hate that I'm great and they faking I'm real as they come. So sit back and let me show you how this shit is done. My composition, my propositions, I'm raping the system. I'm killing the competition and all of y'all are my victims. Eyes and oohs as I'm ripping the instrumental. Lyrical, individual, never been sentimental. I'm so hot every time that beat drop. And when I say I'm raping the system,
what is going on, boxing fans and gamers? It's your boy, FightNightsFinest, the Silver Commentator, coming back at you with another Fight Night Champion online ranked match. I got myself as Andre Bishop going up against a Roy Jones Jr. player. And this opponent is not the best. But before I get that out of the way and everything else under the sun, let me just apologize in advance. Any coughing, I'm still sick, but I'm still banging out these commentaries. Anyway, this Roy Jones Jr. is a pretty good example of something that I see a lot on Fight Night Champion. And it mainly has to do with footwork. And something that I noticed guys who have like almost like a 500 record, 500 plus record, which basically means he has like an even record. So let's say he has 700 wins, 700 losses. Or he can have, like, let's say a little bit above that. He'll have like 800 wins and like 600 losses. They tend to share this common problem, and it's they don't understand the importance of going with the flow. And we're gonna explain going with the flow here in a second, what it means in terms of you don't do what he's doing right now. If you notice, he's very flat-footed. He's a flat-footed Roy Jones Jr. player. Make it make sense to me, because it doesn't make any sense. And what I mean by flat-footed is he doesn't want to concede the fact that he should not be on the inside. And it's very hard for him to not want to just stand and brawl or stand and bang in the pocket. And the main thing that we need to really discuss here is why this player has this mindset. My apologies. The main reason he has this mindset is because he doesn't understand first of all, he doesn't understand the matchup. So let's discuss that. What should Roy Jones Jr. be doing in this particular case? In my opinion, Roy Jones is best utilized when he's either on the outside, because he does have the Philly show. But even better is when he is fighted as a counterpuncher. Now, you can fight with Jones Jr. from mid-range, and those are all three viable options to consider doing when playing Jones Jr. But the main thing you don't want to do is be the pressure fighter, especially when you're going up against a fighter with better stats, in this case Andre Bishop, who hits way harder. He actually hits the hardest in the middleweight division. He's the best fighter at middleweight, period. And like I said, superior stats, and also you're facing a player who is better on the inside. If you guys have been noticing so far, I am tearing this guy up with these high-low mix-ups and the right hook to the head and the left hook, and I'm switching it based on the angle in which he is shading towards. So as in this case, right, he's shading towards his right. So I will throw, believe it or not, I will throw left hook first and then right hook downstairs to the body. I just saw how successful it was just a moment ago. And when he's going towards his right, I would then throw right hook and then left hook downstairs to the body. And that helps stop the movement, and it also just allows the hook to land quicker. I don't know why it does that, but just observation of angles on the inside and how I'm utilizing this to get the better of the exchanges. And especially with me going high-low like this and really whipping these shots downstairs to the body with the right uppercut, and mostly these are power shots, it also means that this player is also at a stamina disadvantage. So not only is he at a stamina disadvantage, he's going against a player with superior skills on the inside and better shot selection, but he's also still not willing to back up. He's still looking to trade with a fighter that is not meant to trade. Now, y'all hear me say this a lot in the past. Fight Night Champion does not lock you into any particular style. You can play whatever character how you want to play them. but it still doesn't mean that the way that you're playing that character is optimal. Now, there's optimal for matchup in terms of how your opponent is. So in this case, right, you may have a player who's very good on the outside, right? But if you force him to come forward, even if he has superior stats, he may suck. So once again, apologies. He may suck when he's fighting on the inside, or he may be a terrible counterpuncher. So if you force him into positions where he has to counterpunch, he won't do as well. All that to say, when you're facing a player who has superior skills, the main thing you want to do is try to not make it a brawl. Because once that stamina advantage comes into play, you're pretty much screwed. Your best option or your best chance is usually to do what the game allows you to do best, which is fight on the outside. So you need to do your best to set up scenarios where you can force or take advantage of the mistakes that player is making. Now, that's just from a strategic standpoint. But in general, notice what I was talking about in terms of the ebb and flow of the match. Now, I want you guys to consider or think about a tide. The tide pushes and it pulls, right? And the moon pushes and pulls the tide. That's basic science. Everybody knows about that. It's kind of the same thing when you're playing Fight Night Champion. And this is the main reason I always talk about being an all-around player. You should be able to switch styles at any moment to different footwork patterns, or trying to execute different strategies. One moment you're a counterpuncher, one moment you're an inside fighter, blah, 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 blah. And the main reason I'm saying that is because notice at the beginning of the commentary, I said, Jones Jr. has 3 options he can do. He can fight from mid-range, he can fight as a counterpuncher, or he can fight on the outside. So he should be mixing in those 3 styles. And the main fact that I am coming forward, and I do have the superior skills and the superior character, he should have that understanding that he should be on the outside trying to take advantage of mistakes. Especially since he's already at the point where he cannot force me to go backwards. I'm literally standing flat-footed, standing with him in the pocket, because this sort of gameplay suits me, and it suits the strategy that I am using. So players at this level don't understand that concept. If I am pushing you, pull away. If you are pushing me, I will pull away. Now, there are times where, especially in the beginning of a fight, we have to determine how these roles are going to play out. Like, each fighter is an actor, and we need to make sure that everybody knows their lines and how to get into plays for the director. So if you see that, okay, this person is better on the inside, even though my game plan may initially been to want to pressure or to perform a walk down, it may not work against this player, so I must now switch gears. Or, okay, he set this pace, now I have to get it back in blood. All those things come into play at the beginning of a match. But all that to say, this Roy Jones Jr. did not understand that concept. There's a lot of players on this game who don't understand that concept. And if you continue to try to go against the tide and the way the ocean is pushing you, eventually you're just gonna crash and you're gonna die. You're gonna sink. The ship will sink. So, just a small little tutorial, a little food for thought for you guys to improve your game. Take it with you and utilize it in your matches. Speaking of utilizing things, he stuns me with the bell ringer state by that straight right hand, but it's not really a big deal. Like I said, I already don't respect this guy because of the way that he's fighting, and I've already seen that I am superior on the inside. The fact that he is still thrown at this moment only allows me, I'm trying not to cough.
You want this fight? Listen to me.
My apologies.
This fight?
It only allows me to continue to work his stamina and work the stamina advantage so that I can set up the big knockdown. Now, a lot of these times when you get into these fights with these players who play this particular style, if you already notice, his movements are more sluggish than they normally would be. He's using stamina on top of it. He's been brawling and throwing a bunch of combinations. So I already know, stamina-wise, I have the superior stamina advantage. So my job right now is to try to put this guy away. There's already been several knockdowns throughout this fight. All I need to do now is just seal the deal. I attempted to do it right there with the straight right hand followed by the left hook. However, I was unsuccessful. Now he continues to attack the body, and I'm standing right in his face. Speaking of body attack, right uppercut to the body lands twice. I go upstairs with a right uppercut followed by a left hook, and he comes back with a body attack of his own. So I go left hook upstairs to the head, and a right hook downstairs to the body. So nice, I decided to do it twice, maybe even thrice. Left uppercut comes through. It is unable to land, but this guy is taking some serious punishment, and he finally decides to back up. Track him down by utilizing the jab. He throws a 1-2 of his own that was unsuccessful, and I am still boxing behind the jab. I'm still doing this technical, but look at the punishing right uppercut downstairs to the body, followed by that left hook in the straight right hand. That was a laser, and it ends up dropping him for the final time tonight. So if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I really want to hear from you guys, so please do me that favor. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Anyway, it's been your boy, FightNightsFinest, the sofa commentator. And guess what? I'm off this. Peace.